Hey, 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 hey. We are back. And we are going to take out Karak Asgaraz.
Summon the elector counts.
Yes, summon those counts. Draw the circle, perform the ritual, get them on the telephone or messenger pigeon, however you do it.
Men, we must attack. Fight for our nation.
Okay, so that's semi-evenly close. And yeah, large explosion area, missiles.
Raise your weapons.
Okay.
Champion of the faith. Moving out. To war. Ulrich's will.
So this here will be the first time that we are fighting someone other than the Empire. These are greenskins, and they are the English football hooligans of the setting. They enjoy rabble-rousing and punching people in the face. That is how they do. So they outnumber us by a lot. But that's not too terrible, as their individual units are nowhere near as good as ours. And they have far more missile troops than we do. So what I'm thinking is, we kind of stack up in the trees a bit, so that they have a harder time shooting at us. Spearmen to the flanks.
Ready for war.
In case they come in with their cavalry, which they do have some of. Reichsguard in reserve. Karl can go with them, or off to the side there. Free Company kind of also off to the side with the Reichsguard. If the Reichsguard can get rid of the mobility, then these guys can run around with their pistols. Put the crossbows over here. And the gunners here. And for once, I don't think we need to put the gunners in quite as much of a gap. Because they have an enormous friggin' spider that is actually going to be tall enough that we can shoot it with the handguns over top of our own troops and still have direct line of sight. I want these guys in guard mode. The halberds are going to be great for taking down the spider because it's got lots of armor and it's a large target.
I sense convergence.
Okay.
Very well.
Here come our reinforcements.
Spearman! The Empire endures! Yes, sir! Quickly!
So let's take a look at what they have got. So they have... Where are you guys going? Why are you running away? I really need to get myself some artillery so I can force confrontations. Okay, yeah, so they have a ton of goblins. Now, compared to average swordsmen, goblins have better shields, interestingly enough, so they're tougher to shoot with missiles. Only slightly more health overall, but they have many more units in them. So individually, they are much weaker than my troops. They also have a little less armor. They're a tiny bit faster, and they have much less melee attack, defense, and a little less weapon strength. So unit for unit, our swordsmen are better than the goblins. They also have a goblin big boss who is a beat stick who Karl Franz should be able to easily beat the brakes off of. A shaman who is a wizard, much like ours. He's tougher, has better armor, better melee stats. Yeah, he's not terrible in melee, unlike ours, who is just dreadful. They also have some spider riders, who are light cavalry. They fight in melee. They got little spears. And they inflict poison, which lowers all sorts of stats. And it happens just if they land a single attack on a unit, the whole unit counts as poisoned. But they should be relatively easy to rout off. What, 72 leadership? Those guys got 72 too. Lord nearby, flank secure. Huh. Yeah, these guys, the Squig Hoppers, are another cavalry unit. And they are excellent against infantry. If possible, I'm going to try to run them down with my cavalry or shoot them with my crossbows, because they don't have shields. They tend to run quite easily, but they will rack face if they get a clean charge into my infantry. And of course, they have some trolls. These guys count as large units, just like cavalry. They've got very bad leadership, but they've got a ton of health, and they regenerate. So if you don't kill one of them, it will eventually come back to full health. They break armor, and they've got a ton of damage with each of their swings. I will try to get spearmen onto them, but the spearmen will also get wrecked by them at the same token. I just don't have that many ranged tools to deal with all of this stuff. And then, finally, they have a gigantic spider. Because of course they do. Yeah, so it has just a ton of health, decent leadership, a ridiculous amount of armor. It also poisons people, has great weapon strength. Yeah. That thing is what I'm going to be shooting with my handguns. Okay. So we will let our troops form up. We're hiding behind these trees, not those ones over there. Doody 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 do. Yeah, looks like they are going to double down on hiding at the top of that hill. Great.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Oh my god, dude. I mean, there's a cat on me.
Nah, he's a cat, sweetie.
Oh.
My subjects call! My rule is absolute!
Okay,
Seeking enemy!
so let's just move up.
Bullet, can you please get away from in front of the computer?
Buddy, you know what you need, Duder? You need a cat tree. There you go. Furry ball.
Thank you.
Okay, did I get attacked while I was moving a cat? No. Bonus. Okay, then. Oh. Oh, gosh. So he has shot some magic at me. And because I had it in fast forward, I don't know who it's going after. To try to dodge it.
Cute, cute.
It hit the swordsman.
Swordsman!
Wow, killed 21 guys with one shot. Damn. That was a good shot, dude. Yeah, we're gonna try to overload that flank a little bit.
Show us the foe! To battle! To battle! Sigmar calls! With speed! Faster!
Okay, Wind Blast is still terribly out of range. Thunderbolt isn't, but there's no real good targets for it. Comet isn't either, but we need people walk down before we can use it. And
We are Sigmar's heirs!
yeah, and we need to push forward, otherwise that guy's just gonna keep dropping those crazy shots on us.
Quick march! coming! No lingering! Go!
Move, buddy.
Take position!
Hey, that was a decent one. Kind of dodged that. Okay, the handguns are shooting into the spider quite well. Continue to move our spears up. Gonna run down those spiders.
Bring lightning!
Good, the squig hoppers are not going to be going after. My troops. Let's get our spears moving up and on them. This guy's gonna wait for a bit. Hit me up with some of that windy stuff. 3 of those 2 units.
Gunners! Missile infantry! Moving now! We'll pay!
Him. Shoot those archers. That's a big clump of guys. You know what we do with a big clump of guys?
Explode them?
We do explode them.
Hmm.
That's right, sweetie. That's gonna take 5 seconds to cook off. Jeez, Reikland getting wrecked. And any second now, that comet should drop. There it goes. So there go those 2 units of bad guys.
Sigmar, preserve us!
Yeah, those guys are running away, not terribly surprising. should be able to break those guys into charge. Wow! Oh, it's because the squig hoppers are AP. No wonder my Reich's getting wrecked. I still think they'll be able to win that fight, but that was not a good trade. You guys can go over there and help. You guys keep shooting them.
Nice!
Squig hoppers are dying. Yeah, I got the halberds going after them instead.
Get them! Ready! Ah!
Drop me some more wind right in the middle of those guys.
Swordsman!
Actually, we can wait for that thing to come back. Okay, it's coming back. Shoot it. Warriors have rallied. Get them chasing after them. Hopefully this one. Oh.
Charge! This is my command!
Reiksguard. There we go. Now we've got our flanking units opened up.
Withdraw!
Those guys are running. That's not too surprising.
Handgunners!
Spider is pretty wrecked, so you guys can shoot them. Okay, we have enough for another comet. Where is a good place to drop said comet? I'm thinking we drop it right there.
Sigmar! Preserve us!
Comet any second. Boom. Guys can hopefully chase them right off the map. Where do we want our archers going? I don't want to be shooting those guys there in the forest. Guess we'll start going after those guys because we're about to lose that center. Pull him back here.
Sigmar, preserve us!
What do we have here? Halberds. Swordsmen. Oof, those archers were wrecking our hand gunners.
Mighty rain, sir!
Ah, we need to reconsolidate. I need our Reichsmen, Reichsguard to maybe show up.
The Empire is yours! Swordsman!
That thing's still running off. Yes, now you guys can move up to a flank.
Yes, sir! Prepare for combat! Sigmar, preserve us!
Okay. Them down. You guys move into a flank.
No!
Let's take out those archers.
Formation march! Go! Sir! Go! We are Sigmar's heirs!
How are you, Karl? You're gonna be going after him.
The portents cite chaos!
Those guys should eventually die.
For Helden Hammer!
You're gonna go back
Ready
there.
for war!
Balls. You guys shoot them while they're running away. You guys shoot them. Reichsguard are taking out those archers. Okay, now you're around behind him. Fight him. Buff Karl up so we can actually take that guy out. Okay, the trolls are roaming.
Servant of Sigmar! Death to the faithless!
Good, Karl has beaten him.
Understood!
These guys are still fighting there. You guys are now completely out of ammo, so you can just be bodies in that fight. You guys can take out those archers. Okay. Start chasing him down. You fight Scarsnake. You appear to have killed that guy, so you go fight Scarsnake too. And that's army losses. They are done. Okay. We don't want their wizard to survive. Which he might do. But nothing else should really live because we are going to sack this settlement and they shouldn't have any army left. So that was pretty rough. We might have actually lost a few units there. Bonk. And there goes his head. Good. Not a great victory, but a victory.
Something, something, but a victory nonetheless.
Yes.
I can't remember what the actual line is.
A trifling victory.
Oh, that one. That's it.
But a victory nonetheless. That's how those fights go when you don't have too many specialist tools. And when you're up against your equal, basically, on the enemy side. I don't think I could have beaten Skarsnik in one-on-one combat. Because he's a dedicated anti-large duelist with a spear. And since Karl is now on his horse, he is a large target. And Skarsnik would have stabbed him real good. Ooh, stab it. Yep. Stab it real good. Yeah, but their spider luckily didn't get a whole lot of value, I don't think. Which is quite nice. I think we got it low enough that it should also be dead, too. Well, in addition to the rest of the army. We didn't get the best of trades with our Reiksguard, but they did okay. Karl kind of got bogged down fighting infantry, but by the end of it, yeah, he was able to keep a flank secure. And then was able to win a duel at the
I'm doing stuff.
end.
Food.
And it's about that time. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, their trolls are just bogged down fighting trash spearmen, which wasn't a good match for them. The spider did basically nothing before it got shot down and then ran into our halberds. Yeah, their wizard did great. Skarsnik held back for too long, and by the time we really got into the fight, it had pretty well been decided. Yeah, some of these night goblins did great because they're unbreakable. And so did those squig hoppers since they got into my knights. Yeah, as did some of their archers since they were able to rip shots into my handguns. But we won. And we are going to sack this place and get all sorts of monies.
Pick up the pace.
Oh, sweet. And since we've beaten another unique lord, we get a trait that's always unique depending on who you killed. And since we defeated Skarsnik, we have ambush success and ambush defense, which is perfect. I'm happy I did not completely demolish that and thus remove them from the game, because I want to beat him with all sorts of individual people, get that trait. Because you can get it on, anybody, provided that they beat Skarsnik in a fight. You don't have to kill him, you just have to beat him. And Karl is also a confident attacker now.
Bring me to my men.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, your men. Yeah, your men are looking pretty fucked up, bro. Jeez. Who led them into that fight? Yeah, let's see if we can march you guys. Or actually, do we... Yeah, we'll just march you a little ways, and then put you into encampment, which takes up a bunch of movement, but it makes it so that your guys have better leadership, better melee defense, and it also lets them replenish.
Yes, to unite the provinces.
And heal up, even if you aren't in your own provinces.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector. Sag auf. Praise be to Sigmar.
Yes, that wacky
I
Sigmar.
serve the Heldenhammer. Warrior of Sigmar.
Okay, so there's also a bunch of goblins up here. They don't seem too tough, though. And now we have all sorts of monies with which to upgrade our places. There's nothing we can do in Altdorf at the moment. But we can upgrade Helmgart a little bit. And Karl leveled up. So we currently have him on a warhorse, which we could up to a barded warhorse. Now, a lot of these stats don't properly update. Like it doesn't count a bunch of his other buffs that you've already upgraded. But that would basically lower his speed but give him more armor. He's already got decent armor, And I am eventually going to just upgrade him to his final mount, Deathclaw. So at the moment, I think the Warhorse is just fine. Yeah, I say we lower upkeep even further. And pick up this one. So the guys he recruits are of a higher level. And then with that... Yeah, how many turns would it say? 5 turns?
I command here.
We can combine some units, which pushes the stacks together and heals them up, which takes away their upkeep cost, and will allow us to recruit new guys with his upgraded recruitment ability. I would say we do that. So you two can go together.
I am Prince and Emperor. Summon the Elector Counts.
You two can go together. Just makes it take not quite as many turns to get our guys back together, and we save some money in the meantime. Turn our research on and off. Figure out what's cracking in the diplomacy.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer. We cannot.
You guys suck.
Yes? Come then. Only Sigmar's god, Ulrich, can judge it worthy or no.
Indeed.
Excellent.
So, friendship is more valuable than gold, or so they tell me. Right.
And we got some military access with them. Okay, very good, very good.
The Empire. So,
3, 1.
Sigmar's will. Who calls? All right. Darkness comes. To the provinces.
And he's just chilling out. Got 4 units plus 5. They would be coming in with 7. So we're doing okay there, and Eelhart is just about to level up as well. Doot, doot, doot. The Silver Seal, a new quest. Move any character to Altdorf. The vaults deep below the Palace of Altdorf have been breached and the powerful Silver Seal artifact stolen. The guards are strangely hazy about the events on the night of the theft, but wards that should not open for anyone but the Grand Theogonist or the Emperor have been cracked. This is no mundane thief. A witch hunter is summoned. Holy hey. Historically, the region of Mittenstag has been ruled over by Middenland, but is currently under the control of the Elector Count of another state. Boris Todbringer, the bringer of Tods, is the rightful Elector Count and has asked for your help in restoring it. Well, Hockland is awful friendly with me, and you guys are just about on your way out. So I'm gonna say that we allow the expansion and see what happens when these guys have, like, no fealty with me.
Your prestige grows, my lord. News of your conquest spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant of kings and bestial lords.
Okay, that's basically just a tutorial mission wherein just tells you to expand, which we did, and apparently picked up a bunch of bonus objectives, which I still don't really know what those are. And the next one is just expand even more. So now we are rolling in dough.
Let me think about it. No!
Nice. And I think we will leave it off for right there. Yeah, that was a good fight.